I'd actually planned this trip for a while. The idea was simple, head out to capture those beautiful porcelain mushrooms glowing in the forest light, except the porcelain mushrooms were nowhere to be found. But honestly, I'm so glad that I planned for this. Packed a few different lenses just in case the forest had other ideas. So I'll bring my Laowa macro for those delicate close-up, the Helios with a close-up filter for that soft dreamy glow, and a wide angle ready for whatever scene I might stumble upon. And as it turned out, that little bit of preparation made all the difference. Found me a few interesting mushrooms right beside this trunk, so I want to capture them. The macro lens would be perfect for this scene. I had a 16mm prime wide angle on because I wanted to create some wide angle shots with these porcelain mushrooms that usually grows on these trees. There's no one around in this particular place, so yeah, I think I want to start with some nice macro shots of these tiny ones. Unfortunately, I left the LED lights at home, so I need to work with the natural lights, but I don't think that's a problem. I have a very nice soft backlighting from the sun, so in this case I don't need any external lights source. It's that one thing that bugs me. This leaf they grow on is not particularly nice. Focus stacking, I have a ISO 64, and that gives me a shutter speed of 2.5 seconds. Aperture f4, because my Laowa is the most sharp around that aperture. It gives me a nice soft blurry background. Found myself an even better candidate here, and I even got that soft beautiful light shining on the side of it. I feel like there's two triangle shapes together. I think they create a nice balance. In this case I upped the aperture to 5.6, so I don't need as many images. This is such a great scene that I actually want to get rid of some of these distractions, and it's more about the environment of the mushrooms. Very happy with this photo, and I photographed some similar mushrooms before, but because there was a trinity there, I wanted to create a photograph after looking on the back of my camera. So it's not exactly what I was visualizing and planned for this day, but it's always great to get in the forest and do some mushroom hunt. There's so much. Feels like a treasure hunt. This. You never know what you find, and that's the most interesting thing about macro. When you deep dive into the woodland floor and see all this special growth. It's like nature's art. I'm also a little adventurous today, climbing up to find autumn scenes that I can capture. And yeah, what really gets me going is all these colors. I need to get closer. In this time of the year, I'm also looking for the great woodland scenes. So right now I'm just following up this beautiful stone fence. And you can see down in the valley all that beautiful orange colors and red tones. It's such a nice and magical woodland. And to top it all, I would much like to include mushrooms with a beautiful woodland scene all together. So I really look out for so many different things when I'm out walking around looking for camp. The climb is massive. You can see there's a massive drop behind me. Oh, it's so beautiful color contrast between the orange leaves and the green moss on these rocks and the beech trees. It feels absolutely magical being inside here. I found another spot where I bring out the camera just to capture some mushrooms for video. And there was this one very glossy mushroom that I really loved. It would probably be best with polarizer, but I think the one thing that attracts me with this mushroom is the glow on the cap. I want to focus on that and create a nice composition out of it. I use a 5-second timer to be sure the image come out sharp. I got that left leaf unfocused, and I think I will stick with that because it's so much closer to the lens. But I want to have some of the orange and the mid leaf sharp together with the mushroom, and it's really glowing, this mushroom. It's really nice. I see there's a lot of these white coral mushrooms scattered around me on the floor here, so I will probably stay here for just a little bit and try to find some nice composition. I'm not moved far, but I found this coral that I want to capture. But in this case, I also handheld focus stack this I bump up my ISO to 500. That gives me a shutter speed of 140, and that's perfect because I just put my camera on the ground and first a few shots, aperture f4. I think that's okay sometimes. In this next composition, I don't even bother to use my tripod. I just go all the way down on the ground here, and I focus stack this handheld. I will show you the scene and explain why. So in this case, I found these mushrooms to be very interesting. I can tell it's not a great photograph. Still, it's something that I like. Yeah, it's for me, and I will share it to you. I just feel like testing out the Helios on some of these mushrooms with the close-up filter on. I have not tried that much yet, only that one time out. So I need to test it with some more mushrooms, see if I can find something interesting here. I immediately noticed that I get a more dreamy, ethereal look around the mushroom. I'm lifting it slowly up now, because when I go down I think it's not that pretty. Yeah, I really think it was a wise decision to try out the Helios, because with all these fallen leaves and the colors of autumn surrounding the subject, it's full of mystique, and this Helios with the close-up filter really gives it a nice ethereal look. So I just love this this result. It's almost like the Helios can capture the energy coming out of the mushrooms. There's some sun rays coming out of the cap. It's very nice. Yeah, every now and then I feel the need to rest from sitting all in the squatting position. And the best way is to get to move on and go look for some more interesting subjects. if I see something I like and I got the camera in the back, I usually use my phone just to check if there is any potential at all with my composition. It's a great way to see if things actually work. You can get a rough idea about your composition with your phone. It's a great tool to find composition. Found something there, something of interest. Not sure if it's an image. They are broken and not really pretty, but yeah, I know there's a lot of it in this Woodland, so I might have to come back next week or something. But yeah, there's some nice porcelain on this tree. It's definitely a nice little scene. I basically just took a short hike in to this valley to see if I found a nice wide angle composition that I can create something out of. But in any of my nice locations that I know, there was nothing today, so I need to keep coming back. But yeah, now I head back, and on the way back to my car there's a last spot that I want to check out before I say goodbye to you guys. So my main goal with my macro photography heading forward is trying out new things. And one thing that I always seem to prefer is including more. And hopefully the idea that I have come out great as a photography too. Yeah, I'm trying to find my own style, and it's not easy, but I will try to embrace what I usually haven't found interesting when I do my macro. So I try to embrace that and enhance it in my next photographs, but with some more professionality mixed in with it. So I try more and more focus stacking and do it in different ways. One of my ideas about creating my own unique style is I know that I can simplify this in, and it's not that hard. What is hard for me is trying to create my own unique look. So in this case I focus on the layers, because you can see I use all these rocks, 3 rocks, this big one, this one in the middle, and on this one in the foreground we have that twig with these droplets, and you have that droplets leading into the twig, and in the background you have that separate layers of rocks. And in my in my head I think that looks great. It's something different from what I usually do, and hopefully I get to create my own unique style. So I decided to go with the first composition I found with this twig. There's something that I like about it. I just made my aperture smaller, so I don't need that many images to stick this together. But yeah, there's still a lot of images because the depth is so big in this scene. Of course, the sun is coming now in the middle of my stack and made my highlights clipping, so I need to do it all over. yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. I don't have any more time. I spent the entire day out in the woodland. I've been so busy looking for that wide angle possibility, and I worked so much with the small mushrooms today. Just want to say thank you so much for watching my videos, and see you next week. Out.